Welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new, welcome. In today's video, we are going to be sharing with you 10 car related business ideas or opportunities that you can consider and make at least 20,000 each and every month. So what we are going to be discussing, guys, is the business idea, and then we're also gonna be covering the estimate monthly earnings. So the reason why we say it's an estimate, remember, this is sort of like a business idea, so there is risk involved. And also, guys, just to put in a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you want proper financial advice, please do seek it from a qualified or a registered personnel. Myself, I'm just sharing information on what is possible. So yeah, moving on, the other thing that we are going to be looking at is the average time that you will spend per job, and also the number of jobs that you are likely to do like on a single day. And also we will look at the difficulty level in terms of starting the job and also sustaining it. So without much waste of your time, let's jump on to the first opportunity. So the first one that we are looking at is car detailing service. So this is whereby you offer professional car cleaning, detailing and interior cleaning services. You can provide different packages ranging from like your basic cleaning to a more premium detailing job. So on estimate monthly earnings, we are looking at anything between 8,000 rand to 20,000 rand, and then your average time spent per job, you are looking at 2 to 4 hours. So it will also depend with how many vehicles you will be doing for that day. Difficulty to start and sustain, we are looking at a level of 4, so out of 10, so which is fairly easy to do. And then moving on to the second one, which will be mobile mechanic service. So here you are providing an on-the-go car repair and maintenance services to people who need assistance with minor repairs, oil change, tire changes, stuff like that. The easy stuff, or rather things that you are comfortable and you have the know-how on how to do them. So here we are looking at an estimate monthly earnings of 6,000 to 15,000, and then average time spent per job. This will vary depending on the model of the vehicle. Normally older cars, it will tend to be much quicker, and then the newer variants, it might take slightly longer because obviously of electronics that you may need to disconnect, and you also need to study the vehicle. And then number of activities or jobs that you will carry out per day, it can range from 1 to 3, obviously depending on the vehicles. And then difficulty to sustain, it's will give it a 6 out of 10, because obviously here you are looking at different models. So newer models, they might present like a more challenge for you to do them. And then moving on to the third one, which will be car restoration. So here we are talking of your classic cars. So if you know how to restore and refurbish classic cars for collectors or enthusiasts who wants to bring like their vintage vehicles back to life, then you can also offer this. You know, if you've got your old Peugeot, your 404s, your 504s, or the old Nissan Pulsars and all that, those are the vehicles that you can go for. So here we are looking at an estimate monthly earning of 10,000 to 30,000 each and every month. And then also time spent, this can range from weeks to months, because obviously remember, restoring a vehicle, there is quite a lot of work that needs to be done. So you need to research, also look for parts and all that. So hence the average time, it will take weeks to a month. And then number of jobs, and then you can focus maybe on 1 or 2 vehicles. And then difficult to start and sustain, we give it a score of 8, because mainly you have to find sort of like these old vehicles. And then moving on to option number 4 that you can also do, here we are looking at car flipping. So this is whereby you buy used vehicles, you fix them up and you sell them at a higher price to earn a profit. So if this is done correctly, you should be able to make at least 10,000 to 50,000 each and every month. And then also this in terms of the time spent, it will depend. Normally it will take even weeks to months, especially if you've bought a vehicle that has too many problems that needs to be fixed and all that. And then in terms of difficulty level, to start and sustain, we give it also a 6. And then the next business opportunity that you can consider is opening up a car accessory store. So you can open a shop or an online store selling a wide range of car accessories such as your seat covers, floor mats, audio systems, and many more. It will also be a good thing if you know how to install these items that you are selling. So as an idea, you can order these items like from China, and then you set up your store and then you start selling these. So on average, each and every month, if you do this correctly, you should be able to earn anywhere between 10,000 rand to 25,000 rand. And then times to do this, obviously your shop will open each and every day, let's say from 8 to 5, and then the number of parts or the number of whatever accessories that you are selling, it will depend on the number of customers that visit your store or that visit your website. So in terms of difficulty to start and sustain, we'll give it a 5, because you need obviously to have that initial upfront capital for you to stock up. And then moving on to business number 6, here we are looking at car wash business. So if you can establish a car wash business, thereby you will be offering various car wash packages and services such as hand wash, automated wash, and detailing as well. So on this one, if this is done correctly, you should be able to bank in 8,000 rand to 15,000 each and every month. And then obviously the time it takes, one vehicle, you can wash it in 15 to 30 minutes, and then on a day you can do like 10 to 30 vehicles. Obviously this will vary with the amount of people that have actually visited your place. And then difficulty to start and sustain, we give it a 5 out of 10 because it is relatively easy to start. And then moving on, another opportunity that you can look at is a roadside assistance service. So you can provide emergency roadside assistance, including jump starting, flat tire changes, fuel delivery, and also towing services. So if this is done correctly, you should be able to bank in again 8,000 to 15,000 rand each and every month. And then the time it takes, this will obviously vary depending on the nature of the problem. Changing a tire, that can be done within 30 minutes. And also maybe towing a vehicle, that will also depend on how far it is from where you are. So also in terms of difficulty level to start and sustain, you will give it a score of 6 out of 10, because obviously you need sort of like a specialized vehicle, if especially you are going to be doing towing and all that. And then moving on, the next business idea that you can look at is car safety and security, and also audio installations. So if you are good at that, you can also venture into that. So here you will be installing car alarms, GPS tracking systems, dash cams, and any other security and safety devices, as well as your audio systems. So if this is done correctly, you should be able to make something like 6,000 to 15,000 each and every month. And then also the number of hours this takes to do, normally 1 to 3 hours. If you're installing a system in a radio, within an hour or in 2 hours time, you can be able to actually do the job and complete it. And then number of jobs or activities that you do per day, you are looking between 1 to 2. Obviously this will depend on the number of bookings that you would have had. And then the level of difficulty in terms of starting and sustaining, will give this one a 7, mainly because you really need to know like how the electronics of that particular vehicle works, and also you must have the know-how of how alarms and all that work. So on this one, I've got a perfect example. For all of you who normally watch these videos, I know there are people from SA, Mozambique, Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, Botswana, Zim, and Zambia that normally watch these videos. All those countries except I think SA, they use vehicles that we call like ex-Japanese, or some they call them Dubais. So those vehicles, they normally come to Durban Harbour and they are transported to these different neighboring countries. So if you've got a truck that you can use to carry those vehicles, because I understand that they are not allowed to drive here in SA if they are not yet registered. So if you've got a truck, you can actually offer your services to carry them from the harbor to the nearest exit border. So if this is done correctly, you should be able to earn 25,000 each and every month to around 50 or even 100k. And then this will also, in terms of the number of loads that you will do, this will depend on the size of your truck for you to load those vehicles, and also where you are going. Yeah, so in terms of difficulty to start and to sustain, we're gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because you need that truck for you to transport these vehicles. Anyways guys, we've come to the end of this one. Let me know which business idea or which opportunity would you like to pursue.